Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing some first impressions. I know, I've only done like one other one of those, so I'm pretty excited. But can we start off with like something that's not even makeup? You guys know my cup that I got for free, right? Okay, well, these are so satisfying, but holding this alone burns the crap out of me, so I was thinking I needed to get like one of the reusable ones because it's better for the earth, right? All right, well I got this one from Dollar Tree, so that's pretty darn cool, and it's working a lot. Like, it's a little warm, but it's not like burning. Yeah, I know it's irrelevant, but anyway, we're gonna get right into the makeup. I've already done my brows and primed. All right, so the first thing we're gonna try today is this palette that I came across in Target. Why do I always drop new things? Okay, so this palette that I came across in Target with Michaela, you saw it in our last video. This is mine, it's by Color Story, and it was only $10. So I kind of couldn't pass up on that. So we're gonna start with that today. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some swatches up over the screen, all that. So I'm gonna start with the shade. I'm gonna start with the shade Destiny. It's kind of like a pinky colored shade, and I don't even know what look I'm gonna do yet, but we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna start with that for my transition. I did not set my primer. All right, you guys, it has pretty good pigment. I wouldn't want my transition shade to be like wildly pigmented. So this is really good. This has also been like just two really light dips. So I'm gonna keep on building and see what we get. All right, you guys, that's pretty good. So I'm already loving the palette. Next, I'm gonna go in with Free Spirit, which kind of seems like a darker version of the shade that I just used, and I'm gonna put that in my crease. Okay, so for that second shade, I did have to go in with kind of a heavy hand to get it to where I wanted it, and now I'm gonna go ahead and buff out the edges. It's looking pretty good so far. I'm going to go ahead and they don't have very many options for like deepening up the outer corner, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and just lay down some more of that Free Spirit shade. Everything else is a shimmer. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a shimmer. With this look, I'm thinking either Crystals or Stargaze would look good, so that one or that one. You know what, why don't we do both? We'll do Crystals first and then middle, kind of more towards here, and then we'll do Stargazer over there. I'm just gonna wet my brushes. I'm not gonna cut the crease. Okay, it's pretty subtle. I think I am just gonna go ahead and take it all the way down here. So we have like an illusion of a cut crease, but it's not an actual cut crease. Also, I did wet this, and it's not as pigmented as I would like it, but it's like a pretty subtle color. It's definitely buildable, as you can see. It's there. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with Stargazer on the other part of my eye. And let's try it dry so I can show you. All right, so like already that shade has more pigment. I'm gonna wet it now and try it. So this doesn't really look like yellow to me. It looks more like a white shimmer. but in the palette it looks pretty yellow. So I totally thought this was gonna be different. See how it's like yellow that I put it on? It's a pretty shade, it's just not as the golden yellow I thought it was gonna be. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with crystals, kind of blend those two together. All right, so it looks pretty good. I did have to add like a lot to make it like this. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the edges. That's pretty intense. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my wipe trick because it's like really intense for me. All right, that's like a lot less intense and it's sharper now. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye real quick and I'll be right back. All right, I got the other eye all done. It took about the same amount of work, honestly. So yeah, so now we're gonna move on to my other products that are new. Well, to me. I got this e.l.f. foundation. I'm gonna try this e.l.f. foundation today, but I also, whenever I went shopping the other day, I went to Old Navy and I discovered this. So it was $4, $3.99, and it comes with a beauty sponge and this. I think this is for like concealer. So I thought it'd be fun to try that. I'm gonna go ahead and get primed and wet these right off the bat. I can tell you that they're a lot more rough than my regular beauty blender. It's about the same size. The Real Beauty Blender is a little smaller, but okay, here we go, look at that. This one doesn't do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go wet these and I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and I wet all the sponges, also my Real Beauty Blender, so we can do half the face with the knockoff and half the face with the real one. And then same with this. This is a little softer than the sponge, but it's about the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and, because I wanna give that foundation a fair trial, I am gonna do half on the regular side. Half on the regular side, like, what is a regular side, Celine? Okay, yeah. So we're gonna do half with the Real Beauty Blender to give it a fair chance. And I will be doing a wear test today, so. All right, that looks like it's definitely gonna be a little too dark for me, but we'll see. So I don't know how fast this dries, so I'm just gonna go ahead and work it into, it's not that dark. Okay, cool. It smells kind of funny, but like not in a bad way. Like it doesn't smell like paint thinner. All right, so the sponge is doing okay, but it's just really like, it's hard. So far the foundation looks really pretty. It is a little too dark, but that's all right. Because if I like the foundation, I can always get a lighter shade and mix them, like I could do with my Wet n Wild right now. Plus, I'm sure this shade will match me when it starts to get warmer out and I go outside more, because I get really tan in the summer. All right, now I'm gonna do the other side with the Real Beauty Blender. Okay, so I feel like the knockoff gave me more coverage quicker, but the Beauty Blender definitely blended out easier. I felt like I took longer to blend out the knockoff side than the other side, but I'm gonna go ahead and do like one more coat on this side because that sponge did pick up a lot of product, so it's not even. So I mean, I guess ultimately this would save you money because this one tends to soak up more. Okay, so this foundation has like really nice coverage. It's kind of like the Wet n Wild where it's pretty, like it's mattifying, but it's not too mattifying. So far this looks like it's gonna work really well with my skin, and I don't know if they have any like claims. Okay, so it's a buildable coverage. That's what it says on the back. It says apply a small amount starting at the center of the face and blend outwards using fingertips, a sponge, or foundation brush. Layer is needed for more coverage. Oil-free satin finish. Okay, so it is a satin finish, so I think it is going to be more like my Wet n Wild, where it's like kind of mattifying, but not too mattifying. And it is not my shade. Like, there we go. You can see it. I did not read on the back that it says light medium with neutral undertones. So I do have like more of yellow undertones, but I can use neutral undertones too. But so far I like the foundation, so if it wears well, I'm going to get the correct shade. All right, so now we're gonna try this sponge against the Beauty Blender, and I'm just gonna use my regular L'Oreal because I did not get a new concealer, and I'm not gonna highlight my face today. I'm not going anywhere, so I don't feel like I should. I'm gonna do this side first, and I am gonna set this side now. Because you've already seen how the Beauty Blender works. I'm gonna use my LA Colors, the one I got from the Dollar Tree, because I actually really enjoy it. Also, it's got some pigment in it, so it might mute down some of this wrong color type situation, because it did in my Dollar Tree video. It did mute it down a little bit. I'm just taking my wet Beauty Blender. Okay, so maybe we could do like half the face with this and half the face with my regular Laura Mercier. What do you guys think? Well, you guys can't tell me right now, so maybe we should do that. But I don't know, I really like this combo. Like, it looks really pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this and I don't know how that's gonna work. Alright, so like it didn't do a terrible job, but it did soak up a lot of product and it didn't like go anywhere. So I'm gonna put some more on and try with the sponge, the other sponge, and see if that helps or if we're just out of luck here. Alright, so the fake sponge actually, well, it's a real sponge, but you know what I mean. The sponge actually worked better. So now I'm gonna do this side with Laura Mercier with the sponge. And this is a translucent powder, so it's gonna act differently than the LA Colors. But I realized I never did a wear test on the LA Colors. So I just want to give the foundation a fair chance, and I usually use Laura Mercier, so although we use the other sponge on this side, we're gonna see which powder worked well. Well, then we can see if the foundation worked well with my regular powder. Okay, so already it seems like the LA Colors looks really nice. I actually really like it. So with the Laura Mercier powder, it's translucent, so you're supposed to brush it off. All right, so now I'm gonna bronze real quick with my butter bronzer. I just feel like the LA Colors side, since it's giving me a little bit more coverage, I'm liking that more. Like, I love my Laura Mercier, but this side definitely looks more full coverage than this side. Even my under eyes, this looks a lot smoother than, like, you can still see some darkness, and that might be because of the sponge. So I'm giving the LA Colors a really fair shot by using the Beauty Blender on that side. Definitely not something you're gonna want to like bake with, the LA Colors, because it does have pigment in it, so we're not gonna do that. And I'm gonna use my LA Colors highlight today, but I'm not done with the eyes yet, so we're not gonna highlight the eyes yet. You guys, I'm really loving this foundation already. It's really pretty, and I honestly like this side a lot better than this side. I just feel like this side's way more covered, and that one's kind of just like... So now I'm gonna work on the lower lash line and just do something fun since I'm not going anywhere. Let's do the blue. Let's do Celeste on the lower lash line, because why not? I'm gonna take this Stampy brush from Morphe. And when you do a shimmer on the lower lash line, you want to be careful because it does like kind of tend to go into your eye. All right, on this side, I'm gonna wet it. So I like that. The other thing I got recently, at the same day I got the rest of the stuff, is this from Starlit. I've already tried it before, so it's not really a first impressions, but I can go ahead and like do that with it so you guys can see how it performed. But the only thing was I had to do like 2 to 3 coats whenever I did it. I'll insert the picture on the screen. And it's really pretty though, and it was very affordable. I found this at Target as well. I think they're newer, like a newer brand, because their Instagram only has like 250 followers. So I think they're pretty new, but I don't want to get this wrong, so I'm gonna look up the price because I remember it was like really affordable. Okay, this is called the Stars Align Liner, and it was $5. They have different colors. There was a purple one, there's an actual just regular glitter. They also have liquid eyeshadows that kind of look like the Stila ones. I want to try that next time. I think that'd be really fun to try. And those are $6. There was a purple one that was calling my name. But these are great. Well, this shade is anyway. I haven't tried the other ones. But honestly, it was so hard for me to find a drugstore glitter. I was looking for a glitter around New Year's time so that I could do like a cut crease, but just regular glitter. I think they had one. This brand did. Right, so it's not perfect, but it's really pretty. And it looks cute with like this little blue that I did underneath, right? So, okay, so I don't really want to do eyeliner today. I'm going to now highlight the inner corner. I'm gonna try New Moon in the inner corner on one side, and I'll try Soul on the other side because New Moon is a little light for me. So I'll try that on one side. So Soul is gonna go on this side. That's pretty. Okay, and then I'm gonna get a different brush and try New Moon on the other side. Seems like New Moon has a little bit more pigment than Soul does. So that's New Moon, and that side's Soul. Oh, you guys, I'm just a mess today. Like, what kind of highlight is that? It's a good highlight, like the product's good, but the way I did it is just like, why are we like this? All right, you guys, I don't have anything new for lips, so I'm just gonna throw on a random color. I'll do this one by Kylie. It's called Surprise Me. You guys, I don't use Kylie a lot, but I really love her velvets. They're really comfortable, and they kind of look matte, but they're not like drying, because with her mattes I feel like they're really drying for me, and I'm not that kind of person. I don't like really drying products, so the velvets are really awesome, and this was just one dip, so pigment. I'm gonna stop looking like a crazy person and put some mascara on, and I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Wear that I did in my Dollar Tree review. And I have been doubling it up with my falsies. I feel like this one gives me the length that I need, and this one gives me like thicker lashes. So we're gonna do that. Alright you guys, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I hope it was helpful, and you guys will decide for yourselves whether you want some of these products or not. And let me know if you guys try any more of this brand. I really want to try more. So let me know if you guys try any in the comments. Let me know how it was. Tag me and things. I love that. Okay, you guys. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, so it's been like 10 minutes since I finished filming, and it's already like gotten into my, like it didn't set nicely. This side did. So I'm thinking, since I look how much like nicer this side looks though, you guys, like. Okay, but for real, I like this side better so far. I think everything went on nicer than this side. So maybe if I set my under eye with Laura Mercier and then LA Colors, we're gonna have to do some tests. And also, this is not my shade. Alright, you guys, it's been a little more than an hour. Here's you can see my smile lines, but that happens with like every foundation I try. So it's doing pretty good. It's gotten a little bit more dewy, but it said it was a satin finish, so I'll keep you updated. Alright, you guys, I just wanted to do the final check-in. The eyeshadow wore very nicely. It's cute. I'm loving it. Alright, and then the powder looks about the same on both sides. This side still looks like it had more coverage, and that one just looks like regular. So yeah, and actually I feel like, look at that. See, that's not on that side. The highlight's still awesome. But the foundation wore really nicely. I mean, it's been like 6 hours, which is like a little less time than I would normally wear makeup to like work. But if I had just reapplied or something, or like touched up my powder, I think this would have worn a little nicer. So I would say though, if you're like more on the oily side, this isn't for you. So if you're like combo or dry, this foundation's great. The eyeshadow is really pretty. The eyeliner stayed put. So if you like the eyeshadow palette, then go get it. It's $10. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.